Hello everyone, guys, the price of Bitcoin isn't doing much, but this always signalizes the big volatility is literally around the corner. So let me give you my overview and my predictions and my expectations for the Bitcoin price and when it's gonna move. Because as we can see right here, in terms of even the liquidations chart, you can see that we are actually creating this kind of a triangle formation, so the volatility and liquidations is going down. And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, it's dead. Well, normally, we see this kind of narrowing of volatility and liquidations right before the storm, just like here, and also just like here, and this is what we're seeing again. So market always moves in fractals, it always moves in patterns, etc. So for this reason, this is actually not the time to rest. This is the time to understand what is happening, to prepare yourself and to position yourself correctly for all the amazing trades. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into this, and we're gonna do this at the end. So a little teaser. So I'm gonna give away a $30,000 watch at the end of the video. So stick around till the end, and let's just jump straight into this. And first, let's talk about some interesting news that I think will serve as a catalyst for the move, for the explosion. And then we're gonna talk about the chart and the price targets, all the levels, etc. So let's do it. So currently, I think that one of the biggest catalysts is going to be literally the result of the fight that is happening right now in the United States because of the debt ceiling between Republicans and the Democrats. So the debt ceiling talks break up with negotiators unsure when they'll meet next. So actually they already met again, but there is a lot of tensions, to be honest. I mean, and also the debt ceiling talks hampered by serious differences. So I'm pretty sure that they will hammer out a deal very soon, because as Janet Yellen has said, that they have time, until June the 1st. And June the 1st, which is, by the way, my birthday, it is coming in about a week, a little over a week. So the decision on the debt ceiling has to come very fast and very soon. And I think that this is going to be the deciding factor for the markets, either up or down, and at least show us some volatility. So this is number one. So this is what you have to be paying attention to. Next thing that we have to understand before we move to the chart is, well, actually, before I show it to you, let me quickly tell you that I'm still long on Bitcoin, and I'm long over on Bybit. And guys, if you want to trade on an exchange that you can trust, that is big, doesn't have any stupid FUD about it, then use my link down in the description of this video to Bybit and deposit money into it, and you can claim up to $30,000 in initial deposit bonuses. Also, if you deposit more than $100 and maintain it as an active deposit, you actually enter into crazy giveaways. I've given away 3 Rolexes, and today we're going to be also giving away $30,000 AP. So this is crazy. Now, also, if you deposit more than $500, you'll get my famous paid crypto course for absolutely free, and all deposited users get access to my crypto signals community for absolutely free. There is like 40,000 traders in there. This is one of the biggest trading communities in the world, and there is a link to it down in the description of this video. The only way to get into it is if you use your Bybit UID and if you use my link to sign up with Bybit. But guys, Bybit requires mandatory KYC, and if you complete it, you actually get a bonus. But if for some technical reason you actually cannot complete a KYC, then you can actually use a link to Bitflex down in the description of this video as well. And Bitflex right now, for a short period of time, for the next 30 days only, is doing an incredible deposit bonus, but only for 30 days for our community. Right here, it's very, very exclusive. And the bonuses are actually up to $50,000, unlimited winners, and it's pretty huge. So the deposit structure with all the requirements and everything, how it works, they most importantly, and we're announcing it like literally right now, they are doing it only for us and for a very limited time. And most importantly, Bitflex does not have KYC. Certainly you have to understand that it's a very small exchange. You have to keep this in mind, and certainly I would recommend trading on Bybit and going through the KYC process. But if you can't, Bitflex is an okay alternative with no KYC. So, and again, link to it down in the description of this video. And for a limited time of only 30 days, you can claim up to $50,000 in real money in bonuses only for our community. Okay, so now let's talk about this piece right here, which I think is pretty cool before we go to the chart and talk about the technical catalysts for the next price move. US presidential candidate Vivek is actually to accept Bitcoin for campaign donations. Can you believe this? Stated, let's make the 2024 election a referendum on fiat currency. So this is pretty crazy. And then imagine if this guy would become president. I mean, this would be absolutely fundamentally huge for crypto industry. Now, one more piece of crazy news that I think is very good at just behind the scenes, behind everything that we're currently saying, there is a lot of negativity in the market. We're saying a lot of positiveness. That is that Strike, and you can Google what Strike company actually does, expands Bitcoin payments to 65 countries, moves global headquarters to El Salvador. So, I mean, this is, again, small steps, baby steps to mass adoption. I mean, moving Bitcoin payments to 65 countries. This is pretty huge. Okay, so main catalyst. So to sum up all the news, because I didn't really want to bore you with all the, irrelevant stuff. So most important, in my opinion, for catalysts on Bitcoin, really, and the markets in general, is going to be the debt ceiling, which is, again, coming within a week at the most, hopefully. Now, let's talk about the technicals now, because we're going to talk more about technicals today than usual, because technicals, I think, right now are actually quite important. So number one, let's talk about S&P 500, because we've seen S&P 500 going up, while Bitcoin is actually going down. So, and right now, we were in this formation for quite some time, and we just broke above it, and we closed above it in the daily chart, this main resistance. We had the purple one, and right now we're actually retesting it a tiny bit from above, as you can see right here. So this actually activates a technical target. Let's take a look. And it's actually putting us at all-time high, again, for S&P 500 in terms of the target for this breakout. I'm not necessarily saying this is what is about to happen, but again, if inflation actually finally goes down and they reach the deal in the debt ceiling and they're going to start printing money again, like closer to the end of this year or maybe in the beginning of next year, I don't see why not. Why couldn't we reach this level? Because look at UK. FTSE is at an all-time high. Look at NASDAQ. Guys, NASDAQ is at 14,000, 16K being the all-time high. So we're like back in the bull market, even in NASDAQ. I mean, the Chinese one is going down a bit, but it still isn't looking that bad. And this is like, I mean, especially when I look at the S&P 500, again, starts to look more promising technicalities-wise. Okay, let's now talk about Bitcoin. And I want you to take a look at two primary charts. So I'll show you the chart that I've always showed you, then I'm going to show you another one that also paints an interesting picture. So, and I will explain to you exactly what I'm doing with my long trade. So as I told you before, I'm taking my long trade, like I'm adding to it here, also, yeah, I already added to it at 26,200 and 25K, last place where I'm going to be adding to my long trade, because I believe that we're just moving to the upside in this fashion and there's going to be a continuation to the upside. This is just my belief, could be wrong. Call me Mr. Spot On if you agree with me. We'll see what happens. Last time we've taken a trade, it was from here all the way up to here. We closed our long trade right here and we've taken a $115,000 profit. So right now I decided to build my next long trade in this vicinity, but again, I could be wrong, not financial advice. So technically, right now, we are seeing an interesting wedge, a very short-term one. So we had this white dotted support. We actually broke below. We formed a resistance out of it. Beautiful mirroring level, as I called them. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn how to do these things properly, go to thomaskralow.com or sign up for a call with my team for one-on-one paid VIP mentorship, where you will learn everything from active trading to long-term investing, fundamentals, technicals, all of it, professional trading methods. Link to sign up for a call with my team down in the description of this video. Sign up right now. Okay, so here, for now, we're still stuck in this wedge. And this just gives us as a map as to what we can expect from it. And quite frankly, our main support right now is 26,600, right here, just of this small micro wedge that is very likely, in my opinion, to break down as a part of this healthy correction in the market and actually take us to 25,000. This is where, again, I want to add to my long trade over on Bybit. But again, if it breaks to the upside, then again, it's going to put us at 29K. But this is something we've already seen. So this is the wedge you have to be aware of. We're just in the middle of it. But let me show you something I haven't showed you before. And this is this chart right here, actually, which paints a slightly different story. But at the same time, it has one main similarity. So let me show it to you. So in this instance, instead of actually being, because let's go back to this one, you will see that we were in this wedge, we broke below this wedge, and now we're potentially maybe moving lower, whatever. So what we were saying in this chart, that we are actually still in a downward channel. This one right here, instead of this wedge that I just showed you. So basically, it's a different formation, and a spreading wedge usually a spreading channel, whatever. Oftentimes is technically a bullish pattern that they actually go down, then bounce and go to the upside. So, and in this instance, if this is the case, then actually both of these charts that I'm showing you are actually quite bullish. So if it does go down, and again, the same thing, the same resistance right here, and also very important support, the red support of this whole, I mean, you could even if, for example, you would take and you would remove this one, then you would see that we are actually in some kind of a wedge here as well. So anyway, and if we're gonna be with this resistance here, and we're actually moving to the downside, very good potentially that we're actually going to go down, test 26,400. But then again, what is our main support? It again becomes 25,000, which again is from the daily chart. And it has been very important for us here. This is where it was created, confirmed, it was confirmed here. And then this is a very important level for us. And just psychologically also 25,000 is a very round number in the current market environment. So in this instance, 25K is very important support. Just like we've seen in this chart right here, also 25K, very important support. And if we do break down below this support, which is this wedge, then our target is also, again, 25K. So in this instance, if we are breaking below this level, then our next support is going to be not just the 25K in terms of this orange line, but also the support of this broadening wedge. And this just would paint a nice picture to go down here, where again we would add more to our long trade. And again, of course, if you want, you can actually take a short trade from here down to 25K. If that's how you're building your trade, that's absolutely fine, and then flip long, for example. There is a million ways of how to do it properly. I mean, it's whatever works for you is great. So, and then this would be, in my opinion, perfect place. Exhaustion of this downside move. We're gonna see a lot of long liquidations, and then finally the time to show the bears who is boss again. So this is what I'm currently personally expecting. That's why, having my long trade, I'm currently down like $9,000 in my long trade. But again, this is how I'm building it bit by bit. And then if it works out exactly as I'm planning, it's going to become a part of this whole upside move, as I've just described as well. Just again, upside, a bit downside, upside, downside, upside. This could be a beautiful continuation, in my opinion. So this is, guys, what I'm personally doing. Now let's get to the giveaway of the AP. So guys, it's a $30,000 Adamar PGA. And remember, if you want to be entering into this giveaway, then you need to have at least $100 in your Bybit account, and you need to be trading actively with it. And you had to use my link down in the description of this video to sign up with Bybit. So let's give it away right now. Let's go to the list of users. So it's going to be 24632. 24632, generate, and the winner is 4890. Let's go to 4890. 48. Okay, there it is. 4890. So if you are the owner of UID 22650020, once again 22650020 in Bybit, you can check your UID, then congratulations, and you have at least $100 in your Bybit account. Then I will be shipping this $30,000 AP to your doorstep. And all you have to do right now, within the next 5 hours, you have to send my team an email at info@thomaskralow.com, and please don't send us fake emails. We know which UID belongs to which email, and claim this AP. And as always, peace and love. Check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management, with proper strategies. You can learn a lot from this tutorial, even if you have a lot of experience with crypto trading. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Kralow, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.